Good morning to all of those tuning in. This is the Rebel Lemon, and today we're back to playing Tokyo Dark. So, last time we chose our path, and we're heading down it. And now we have a new lead. So, with that being said, let's get right back into it and follow that lead. It shouldn't be too hard. I hope. Because it was in this area. Which door is it? This one. The tea shop. See, this guy's staticky too. What the hell? The only other staticky character I've met is the Collector. At least from what I remember. Huh. Welcome, come in. Do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yashui Takashi? Oh, sorry. Are you Yasushi-sa? Takushi told me to come here to speak with you. Oh, and how's Mr. Kawa? Still prickly as ever? I suppose. I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I disagree. My apologies. It's the quirks. Oh, sorry, I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know? What does Mr. Kawawa think I can help you with? I'm looking for a few things related to the Kemen Kai. The group of his family got mixed up in. A more difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is a religious group formed by the guru, Tokamasa. The second is an ancient order, over 1,000 years old. Fuck, do I hate seeing that mask? It creeps me out. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Kemen Kai, the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. That explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, and yet a mask cannot lie, nor contort itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human face. We hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. But that itself is the essence of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Relics like the one you hold often take unusual routes to where they end up. Relic. If it's from the Kamenkai cons from the 90s, then I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive as he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me some other things about it. For instance, like why, Now I'm about to say it out loud. It sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place. Or perhaps, why you can see visions that don't seem real. Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you. Oh yes, I know all of these things too. How could you know about that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though, unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. Do you too look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. I find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Huh. Most interesting. Tell me, detective. Oh, apologies. You don't mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Huh, my mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators, as such as yourself, have such a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you with a level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something, maybe hope. It's like I finally got a foothold on solid ground. Ah, yes. Knowledge is the light in dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such importance would end up with a detective. Do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate, pre-measured threads that determine our deeds, our wishes, and our ends to the minute we come into existence? Or, conversely, is it our thread subject to the chaos inherent in our universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds, and that happens to seemingly be by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides what threads of life are cut short and which are followed? Oh. I don't really believe in fate, to be honest. So, I guess chance? Ah, yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that since the mask came to me. You said that the mask was made by the old Kamenkai. Why? Confusing me can't be the purpose it was made for. Ah, yes. A more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should have came as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equivalently enigmatic. There we go. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel it could shine a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? A book of the missing variety. I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask barrier. Mask barrier, huh? That's me, right? Although you carry it, that does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building. In fact, as I said, it's not much of an errand, but of course, I cannot leave my shop. He's right outside. This won't take long. I'll be right back. Oh God, what's the catch? No way, it's this guy. The old tea shop next door? Isn't that place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might have been owned by that kendo instructor from the dojo down the street, on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there, chatting away to himself. He's possibly a little nuts. Then again, it might be a super awesome kendo meditation technique. Oh man, why wouldn't I think of that before? Next time, I gotta ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word, though, through the grapevine, is that he's a regional champion or something, and has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train with him, too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book that was taken from there? Maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh, jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years. But you know, I spent a lot of time outside of it. And half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just, curious is all. Curious killed the cat, right? Anyways, it was all dusty and old in there, and was all sorts of weird stuff laying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep into the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. And back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken the kid daughter with them. He still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. A customer came in and called the ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure he'd still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any chance, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital. Tried to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped, for a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my brother. I worry about him. He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he is holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let it go. Oh my god, I know who it is. All he has to do is sign some papers and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws sank deep in him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we could make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku, at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slummy little side street. Anyways, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Dazzle, right? You know him? Small world. was probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him that a Kaio Kai stands are still the future of cuisine, and to get his butt over here. I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Interesting. Honestly, I am actually kind of happy to see him again. I think the guy's really awesome. Very nice, if anything. Oh, the butterfly place isn't available. Interesting. Okay, so that's his place. I wonder if the other path would have actually led us into there. And this place is still creepy as hell. Fucking hate it. Oh, hi, Ayumi. How can I help you today? Hi, Daizo. How are things? Oh, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? Oh, what are the chances? Who knows? It was pretty random. Huh. Who would have thought? So, is he still selling God damn it. I got this. I was so good when I first read this. And now I'm tripping over my feet. Taiyaki. At a stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that taiyaki stands are the future of cuisine, and that you should go help him. Yeah, you talked to Haruto, right? Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have that book your brother gave to you a few months ago? Huh. The only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayumi. He said he gave it to you while you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups, haha. Besides, that adult's bringing me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me kicking. And screaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently. After a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot, always running his mouth. Frickin' traitor. Those were just some, hard times. Nothing serious, huh? I just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. I understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories, Diazo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haru giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait there a sec. I may still have it in the storeroom still. Dang it, sorry, Ayumi. Hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's yours, Detective. Oh my god. Huh. Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought by. It's the same girl. An idol named Ruby. Lena. No, Ruby, see? It says it right over on the corner. Pretty crazy. It was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for it. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Diazo. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time you start getting rid of some of that old junk. Thank you. See you around, Ayumi. Take care, Diazo. I hope he gets better. I really do. I feel bad for him, you know? Oh, I can't buy any. Sad face. It looks so good, too. Ah, welcome back, Detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Rena is a mask bearer? You talked about? That's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she who you see in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How did Rena get tied up in all this? I only know how that somehow that girl's path and the masks collided by chance. What circumstances led to this interaction are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures. But the book and that girl are as much a part of history as the rest. The threads that connect the past to the present and people to each other are not always apparent, but peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, the tool they created, and the detective who holds it all in, now all forming a neat, tidy line. Lena was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell of some cult. It doesn't add up. On that, Detective, we can agree. So why don't we start at the beginning? To how the mask ceased to be a mere object. The story starts in the ancient times, in the year 1333. At that time, Karakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Peace among men is cynical, and, like so many before them, and so many after, the time of peace came to an end. The Nitsa clan, loyal to Emperor Go, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Karakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled into the caves of the family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. However, the Hoto and Nita clans, embroiled in their quest for empire, could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamen Kai. Actually, I think I've heard of this part of Japan's history, is it? I thought this was actually a real event, though I might be mistaken. Either way, it's kind of bizarre, one way or another. Granted, I'm not familiar with Japanese history or an expert on it, so anything I say or think I remember, with a grain of salt. It is said that the flames of the Karakura, a girl, was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the historians by the name of Chikako Shichi Go, the last survivor of the Kemenkai. So, okay. So, whatever the Kemenkai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? Oh, fuck off with the creepy mask, please. No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Chikako, Go, did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded. To become the first mask bearer. The Kemenkai used the deaths of all those people to create this. Why? Legend has it that the Kemenkai sought to contain at the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceases to be and time holds no meaning, a place where cause and effect could be changed. Why? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely, a power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control and see within the darkness. It's true, all of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Some doors, no matter how strong they call to us, are not meant to be open, and the Kemenkai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The masks opens the mind to all who come in contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark. Just like the collector said, the only thing I don't get is how Lena is connected to it. Oh my god, is she a descendant of the first mask bearer? That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kemenkai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Kemenkai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. There were many theories that the police killed them during their raid on the compound, or that someone within the cult snapped and murdered the others. I'm thinking more mass suicide. Nothing but conjure, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within the police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out the last days of the Kemenkai will help light your path to truth. Though I wonder if an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. It is you who I can finally break this terrible cycle. Oh, is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? I've spent a long time here. I'm tired, so tired. Farewell, detective. Fascinating. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasushia casually laid out everything I've experienced, like he was reading it out of a book. A mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story to the travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Rina. I can't see it. The bridge between Kakuma Samurai and a young girl. He said Rina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yashushisha, the collector. I thought when I met them, I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly. But my intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night, the elves bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow in a natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Ugh, my head. Maybe I should take my medication. Impossible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understand the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamikai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull a file. It'd be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst case? What's that can happen? I should head to Bleach HQ and see what I can find. Fascinating. Oh shit, you've gotta be kidding me. Oh god, not him. Funny, me and some other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets as to how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame you coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament, and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Oh, of course. Of course I went to him. Anyways, non-active duty cops, or you, in other words, ain't allowed in HQ right now. So, Joe, what you want? Go to hell, I need a favor. Oh man, it just gets better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might someday. So what? Do you want me to do, Ido? Sneak into the evidence locker, steal your gun back for you? Like I'd do anything for you. The brass and I have already told everyone in the damn station to stay clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. And I'd rather not people see us talking and think that we're all friendly or something. Now get out before I have to call someone down here. Okay, what is threatening with violence gonna do me, really? In a place full of cops? And someone who's a kendo champion? Or at least regional one? That's gonna... Plus, it just doesn't look good. So, I'm not gonna push my luck, you know? But why come back here? Actually, I'm curious about my stats. Stable, professional, meticulous, stressed. Okay. Interesting. You only have that? So, talk to... I wonder... I'm surprised to see you back here. How can I help you, detective? The historian. What is he? I spoke to Yatsushita, the historian. Oh, good. And? To Takashi. What is he? I don't understand your question. He's one of them. Them, Ido, are you alright? He's just an old man. What else could he be? No, Takashi. You must have noticed there's something off about him. Like the collector, but no, not exactly like him. Oh, that's the fuzziness on him. Like the static? Oh, shit. I'm not sure what Yasushi-sa told you to scare you like this, but I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's honest. Allow me to offer you some advice. What you're feeling right now, it's not him. It's you. The more time I spend researching the Kemkai and its past, the more I begin to feel the world has gone mad. But it did. It continued to turn on its axis as it always does. It was me who became unhinged. You could always walk away too, detective. Some mysteries aren't worth solving. I was told your dojo trains a lot of the people in the police. That's right, I train many of them personally. You know Akira Taoya, a detective from Tokyo HQ? Ah, yes, Detective Taoya. I know him quite well. A man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts. Though that talent is offset by his, brash personality. Brash is a very diplomatic way to put it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Toya's about the only unusable link I've got left in the police force, and the one person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might, know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean. Are you asking me to help you blackmail Toya? Beyond the obvious reasons why I wouldn't help you do that, I also think it wouldn't work. You might be surprised to hear this, but Detective Toya actually lives in a fairly straightforward life. His excuses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least none among his fellow officers. I hear he is engaged to be married soon as well. Someone actually agreed to marry that slime? That poor girl. Yes, a very nice girl. Apparently they're quite happy together. Oh yeah? We'll see how long that lasts. May I ask what exactly Toa did to you to make you feel so strongly? Did to me? You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he slipped down on me and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I figured it would, if I worked hard enough and earned my promotion, that it would shut him up once and for all. You eventually got his promotion, I take it? Well, did he shut up like you thought? No, it got worse. It started with him spreading rumors about me sleeping around in HQ. Then there were various complaints to my supervisor. He couldn't stand that I'd won. It's all fallen apart now though, huh? He got my old job, and every time I see him, he has that smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right. Something like that. Talia's not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got. But it stung a little extra when he ended up at my desk. Yeah, I thought as much. You're not saying you think that brown-nosing, womanizing, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you? No, I can't judge the inner workings of a police force, but from what I've heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn the promotion honestly. Often I watch my students spar, and I always notice an interesting trend. You see, usually the outcomes of matches have nothing to do with their skill. Is there a moral at the end of the story? Patience, Aito. You see, two students will face each other, but before they even draw their swords, they've decided the outcome. Students rank each other and themselves based on practice, their social status, the schools, or any number of things before they enter my dojo. As a student perceiving himself as stronger will always be more relaxed. more ready to attack, while the student who's resigned themselves to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill or merit that wins the battle, it's expectations. Do you see where I'm going with this? I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Talia's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right? Exactly. For a man like Talia, who expects certain things of women, you defied him at every turn, but if I suck up to him and play the part, it might throw him off. He's got enough for me to win this fight. Sounds about off, right? Very perceptive. Here, this should help you. Sake? It's a gift. Wow, that's so flattering. I barely even know you. I suppose in order to degrade myself to scum like Talia, I could use a drink. It's not for you. It's for Talia. Oh, and he was thinking you were being nice. This is very expensive brand. As a matter of fact, it's Talia's favorite. As a gift for his promotion. A promotion he stole. A promotion into my position. Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I suspect you know the type of woman he likes. Much as it pains me to admit, that might work. Thanks for the sake. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Revenge. I actually don't know what sake tastes like, actually. So, professionalism. Nice. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm sorry. That's it, Aito. I've heard enough of your... Wait, what? You heard it right, Talia. I'm sorry. You're a good detective, and I never did congratulate you on your promotion. Here, this is for you. I get it. So you think bribing me is gonna work, huh? Ken no Michi? That is a bottle of Ken no Michi? No way, it sells out in weeks. Even my family rarely managed to get a bottle, and they know the people to ask. How'd you get it? That's not important. Consider it an apology for how I've treated you in the past. I present this to you as a way to formally hand over my old position to you. It's clearly in better hands now. I bet? Holy shit. Ido, sit up, will you? Ido, it's fine. Just sit up already. Okay, I accept your apology. Hell, didn't know you felt that way. I mean, in light of recent events and all, it's long overdue. Guess with all the stress you've been through, the delay is understandable. Glad you finally learned to manage your emotions approximately. Thank you for your kind words, Detective Talia. Once I return to the department, I know I'll have much to learn from you. Hey, it's a little early for that talk, don't you think? We don't even know if they'll let you back on the force after the healing. Yes, I suppose you're right, Detective. I shouldn't have spoken so brashly. Oh my god, this is making him feel weird. Ido, please stop that, please. I've always thought you'd be a better cop if you listened to your fellow detectives a bit more. Suppose there's a lot you have to learn from me, eh? I know you're right, Detective Talia. I was so brash before. That's probably how I ended up here. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping this by, Aito. To tell you the truth, it's been a tough time for all of us. It's better to stick together. We're all on the same team after all, right? Maybe once you're back... Maybe once you're back me, and you can partner up. What? Oh, there's supposed to be a comma there. Oh, that took me a sec. Maybe once you're back, me and you can partner up. One can only hope. I'll be so lucky. Right. Look, I gotta get back to my office. You need anything else? Well, I was thinking, but I don't know, I couldn't possibly bother you. You're so busy. It's fine. I can handle it. Go on. Well, I know I shouldn't be, but I've been doing a little research. An unofficial capacity, you know? I was wondering if you could pull a file for me. You know I can't give you access to the system. You're suspended, and besides, it'd be against the regulations, and I guess if you stay on that side of the counter, I could get Ishibashi to help you. Don't think this means we're best friends or anything. It's just repayment for the Kenno Mishi. Thank you. But Talia, Detective Talia, I wouldn't want to impose on your busy schedule. Again, stand up. Saki, I'm going back to my office. Look up the file Aito wants. Log the search query to my name. Got it? Yes, sir. Of course. I'll be in my new office all afternoon, so direct any calls there. Clear? Yes, sir. I think he's gone. Damn, Ayumi. I mean, I've twisted some guys around my finger before, but that was something else. Don't think it'll take long to get your office back if you keep working that magic. Ayumi, listen to me very clearly. It's very, very important you train me how to do that for professional purposes. I think you're alright on your own, Saki. Oh, fine, be that way. Anyways, you've got Talia's sign off. What do you want me to do to look up for you? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on the compound belonging to the cult Keminkai. I like the official report plus anything you can find on it. Wow, that's some heavy reading material. I'll get right on it, boss. Doesn't seem like there's much to go on here. Looks like there's only one file. Righto. I'll put it on a USB for you so you can take it with you. Just don't tell anyone. Here you go. Thanks, Saki. I owe you one. You owe me much more than one, Ayumi. See you around. Should we? Yeah, why not? Oh my god, it's been so long since we've been back here. Let's take a pause, I suppose. Oh, actually, can I? Okay, I can't do anything with the pills. I don't think I'm gonna be taking any more. I don't know, something about it feels off to me. But hey, we're finally in positive professionalism, which is nice to see. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. That was actually a pretty good. We've learned quite a bit, actually. Though I am still curious on some things. But I don't want to speculate, to be honest. Not much, at least. I think something I do want to speculate a little on is the fact that I think Arena might actually be a descendant of the original Mask Bearer. But I don't know how it gets transferred from one Mask Bearer to another. I would assume by birthright, but it could be by other means as well. And if it's not by birthright, I wouldn't know really what. Other than that, the cult, that's interesting. I wonder if that is something to do with either, I don't even know what. It's either something to do with mass suicide, but then again, that wouldn't explain why there was fuck, I forgot her name. The Shrine Maiden. Why she was still alive? But then again, if it was a police raid that killed most people, minus, like, let's say children, but don't you think they would have picked up children? There has to be something more to this. I'm guessing it has something to do with maybe they were all descendants of the original mask bearer, and they were either trying to give the mask more power, create a second mask, or trying to create or like do something else ritual wise, either open the door or make sure it remains closed. I don't know. There's a lot of questions this game brings up. I do hope they bring forth closure in a lot of ways. All I can do now is just move forward and hope to find the answers I'm looking for. But for now, that being said, I'm going to end it there. So thank you for tuning into The Frequency. This is the Rebel Lemon signing off. So good night and sweet nightmares.